If I ask you, who is the ultimate boss of the Egyptian underworld, I bet 99% of you will shout, Anubis, right? The image of the super cool jackal-headed god, the one who weighs justice, has been deeply ingrained in our minds. He is the symbol of tombs, mummification, and the guide to the afterlife. But what if I told you that everything you know is wrong? That the true king of the underworld, the one who holds the supreme power, is not Anubis? In today's video, we will explore one of the most classic twists in Egyptian mythology, a crazy transfer of power, and a secret battle to see who truly has the right to decide the fate of the soul. This is the story of Anubis and Osiris. Alright, first, to understand this shocking story, we have to know what the ancient Egyptians thought about death. For them, death was not the end. It was really just a door for you to level up, to enter eternal life. The afterlife, or Duat, was an incredibly complex kingdom. It had rivers and fields like the earthly world, but also terrifying things like lakes of fire and iron walls. To reach heaven, a soul must overcome an almost impossible challenge, facing all kinds of monsters. But the final boss always waits at the end of the path, the Hall of Judgment. It is here that their fate will be decided. Will they live forever, or be erased from the universe? The answer lies in the hands of the god who rules this place. And for an extremely long time, that god has been Anubis. In the early days, Anubis was the #1 god of death. Period. No one could argue that, right? His name was engraved on the oldest tombs as a declaration of absolute power. The image of a man with a jet-black jackal head became a symbol of supreme protection. That black color was not only the color of mummies, but also the color of the Nile's fertile silt, a symbol of rebirth. Anubis undertakes the most important tasks in the universe. He is the one who invented the method of embalming, turning an ordinary corpse into an eternal home for the soul. He is the supreme protector of the tombs, ready to punish anyone who dares to approach. And most importantly, he is your personal guide, leading the soul through the deadly traps of Duat. And here, we come to Anubis's most famous performance, the weighing of the heart ritual. On one side of the scale, he places the heart of the deceased. On the other side is the feather of the goddess Ma'at, a symbol of truth. If your heart is weighed down with sin, the demon Ammit will eat it alive, and you will disappear forever. But if the heart is pure, you deserve to continue the journey. During this period, Anubis was not only a guide or judge, he was the king of the underworld. He had absolute 100% authority to decide the fate of each soul. His power was absolute. But then, one of the most terrible tragedies in mythology happened and changed everything. That is the story of Osiris. Osiris was the first king of humanity, a very benevolent pharaoh who taught people how to cultivate and build civilization. He ruled in peace alongside his wife and also his sister, the goddess Isis. But it was precisely that greatness that made his younger brother, the god Seth, insanely jealous. Seth, the god of chaos in the desert, always believed that the throne should belong to him. The jealousy eventually turned into an extremely evil plan. He secretly measured Osiris and made a very beautiful coffin. At a grand party, Seth declared that he would give this coffin to anyone who could fit inside it. It was a trap. As soon as Osiris lay down inside, Seth and his accomplices closed the coffin lid, sealed it with molten lead, and threw it straight into the Nile River. They had truly assassinated the king. Things got worse. When Seth found Osiris's body again, he went crazy, chopped his brother's body into 14 pieces and scattered them all over Egypt. Unbelievable! You might think this is the end of Osiris, but this crazy tragedy actually creates a new world order in the afterlife. And Anubis plays a very important role, not as an enemy, but as a loyal son. Listen, in one of the biggest twists, Anubis is actually the son of Osiris. So when Osiris was killed, of course Anubis sided with his father. And it was Anubis, with all his dedication, who performed the first mummification ritual in history for his father. With the crazy magic of Isis and the help of Anubis, Osiris has returned to life. But he could not return to the world of the living. He had changed forever. Therefore, the gods entrusted him with a new mission. Since he had truly conquered death, he was the only one qualified to govern the world of the dead. He became the new king. And this is the moment everything was turned upside down. The supreme power of Anubis was transferred to his father Osiris. This was not a battle. It was a reset button for the entire universe. Anubis, from the position of a king, voluntarily became the most loyal and talented assistant in Osiris's new kingdom. So, how did they divide the power? Imagine this. The Underworld is a huge corporation. Osiris is the CEO sitting in the top office. And Anubis? He is the COO, the one who runs everything. The power of Osiris. He is the one who makes the final decision. After you pass Anubis's test, you will stand before Osiris, and he will decide your fate. His power is absolute. He is a symbol of rebirth and hope. The role of Anubis. Anubis's job is not small, but it becomes more specialized. He is the manager of the entire process. He ensures the body is properly mummified, guides the soul safely, and conducts the heart-weighing test. Simply put, you cannot meet the CEO without going through the COO first. One holds the process, the other holds the ultimate power. So, for the ancient Egyptians, who was more important? Actually, it depends on what you need. If your loved one has just passed away, you will definitely 100% pray to Anubis. You need his help immediately to protect the tomb and guide the soul. But to obtain the greatest reward, eternal life, everything revolves around Osiris. Everything they do, from mummification to rituals, is aimed at receiving the final nod from Osiris. Osiris is the finish line. He is the king of the dead, and entering his kingdom is the ultimate goal. So, Anubis confronts Osiris. Who is the true ruler of the Underworld? The answer is not a battle. It is a promotion and a complete restructuring of the entire system. Osiris is the undisputed king, the ultimate judge. As for Anubis, the former king, he has become his most loyal and essential senior official, ensuring the entire kingdom operates perfectly. Their story is not a battle. It shows that the Egyptians believed everything has its place to keep the universe balanced. One is the gatekeeper and guide. The other is the king of the promised land. Both are very important, but only one is allowed to sit on the throne of the afterlife, and that is Osiris. What do you think about this crazy transfer of power? In your opinion, for a soul that has just passed away, who is more important, Anubis or Osiris? I want to know your thoughts. Please spam in the comments section below. If you love this unbelievable story, please click the like button, share this video, and most importantly, subscribe right now so you don't miss what's coming next. Do you want to see a video about the goddess Isis? Or the 80-year revenge battle between Horus and the evil god Seth? Let me know. Thank you, and see you in the next video.